can, just come over here. This girl right here in this green tank top, I figured since so many Janet fans have been here all morning, can we see the girl in the green right there? Look at her. Let's just watch her for like 5 seconds. I haven't said I'm gonna bring her up yet, but watch her. Look at her face. You wanna come up? You wanna come up? Oh! She didn't take no for an answer. Look at her. And then she's the girl with the broken hand. We gotta bring her up. Yes, you, broken hand. Now everybody else hates me. Like, man, what's up with that? I'll break my hand to get up and see Janet. Well, there's like a fire law in here. How many people we can let in? So we're doing the best we can. They'll make their way up to hang out with us when we have Janet come out. We're gonna actually throughout the show show you guys some of the amazing looks that Janet Jackson has had through music videos, which has been a huge part of her career. We're gonna leave you to break right now with some of the videos off the '86 album Control. Watch that, and we'll be right back with more TRL.
Unpleasant sort of doubt. I'm sure there's.
Beers. Kurt Loder will have the truth about that whole little conspiracy theory I know that's going through your mind right now. At number 6, hey, let's bring out my guest. She's broken numerous records with her world tours and has sold close to 50 million albums. She's getting set to return to the big screen on July 28th with her new movie, The Nutty Professor 2. One word says it all. We're damn glad to have her. Please welcome Janet to TRL. Janet? TRL stage if possible. Janet. I don't recall it ever being this loud in this particular room right now. Loud, like in sync loud. My people, silence! If you want, I figure maybe we should walk over to the window. They have been here all night, Janet, sleeping over, hanging out in Times Square. If nothing else but a glance of Janet from the window. They've been here all night. Janet, how are you?
Oh, I'm well, thank you.
It's nice to have you here. Thank you
It's
so much for
great to
being
be
here.
here.
This is an incredible turnout. I mean, we do the show live here every day.
Yes.
And being in Times Square, certainly we get lots of people down here. But this is crazy today. I mean, this is just, how does it make you feel? Your fans are really remarkable.
They are. They're very dedicated. I love you guys so much.
I mean, we've got clubs here. I mean, I saw those 4 back there with the T-shirts in line. They've been here since 9 o'clock yesterday.
Twisted Elegance, I see.
Unbelievable.
It really feels great. I feel very special.
Oh, well, that's great.
Thank you guys
They're
so
glad just to be
much.
here, believe me. Janet, provided if you did have time, and you're here in New York City, I know you're doing press for the movie and talking about the
Yes.
single and the music video, and we're going to get to all of that. You guys are going to ask questions. But if you did have time, they're chanting outside, Janet. Which is, of course...
Sorry.
No,
Yes?
that's all right. I just was curious, if you could go anywhere in New York, I mean, I'm sure you just can't go anywhere, can you? Or can you?
Not without security.
Yeah.
I really don't. Or I'll go with the driver and just drive around, but I normally don't get out of the car if it's just that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets tough at times. You know.
Yeah, and I know it's also tough, and I can relate. You don't have much of a personal life. You can't. Is everything well? How do you feel? Everything good?
I feel great.
Great.
I really do.
I just
and
want to
I'm
make
in a
sure that you
great
feel
space.
good. Good deal. All's well with Janet. We'll get into the Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack. One of the tracks on it that I love is this Redman Eminem track that's on it, which I just heard, which is amazing. Have you heard the Eminem record? We're about to get to his video.
Yes, it's all the songs are really nice. It's a very nice soundtrack. Jay-Z, what he did, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Method. Yes.
And we'll talk about exactly who's on it. Let's get to number 5. This is Eminem. The real Slim Shady is on TRL with Janet, hanging out with us. How cool is this? Slim Shady. That's got the dope beat. Eminem is at 5. And it's distracting up here, isn't it? With your fans
no,
and,
it's cool.
I know. Look at they're all over, and it's hard because we're here. They're 360 degrees. New York has come to a standstill with Janet on the show. Yeah, they've all converged right here. The last time you were here, we were talking about the Velvet Rope. So since then, tell us about how the Nutty Professor 2 came about. Was it being in the movie was the first thing you were approached for, or the soundtrack?
No, it was actually being in the film. I got a call from my agent that they were considering me for the role of Denise Gaines, and I met with the producer and the director, one of the producers, I'm sorry, and the director, Pete Siegel, and he talked me through the script because they were still working on it, and I auditioned actually twice.
You had to audition?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. I would just think that you would just like, she wants to do it, she's doing it.
No, you know when I actually found out I got the part was the night of the MTV Awards last year.
Oh, sure.
Just before I was about to run out the door, one of my managers came in and he said, you got the job, and I was so excited.
Oh, that's
and then
awesome.
I actually offered to do a song on the soundtrack because I love the first one so much.
Yeah.
And I want to be a part of that as well, and they were excited about that, and it worked out pretty.
We're gonna roll down the video here for Doesn't Really Matter, but tell us first sort of what the song is about, and then we'll talk about making the video.
Well, it's really, it's really Denise's point of view of how she feels about Sherman. Unconditional love. It's not what's on the outside, what's on the inside. The unconditional love, his heart. He's such a warm, kind, very intelligent man, and that's what she's in love with. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says about that.
Right. And tell us, we watched making the video when it world premiered here on MTV. How do you enjoy the video making process in general? You've done so many music videos. Is it easier today or a little bit tougher with the special effects?
It's still a very a lot of hard work and long hours, but I love it. I truly do. And one of the things that I love so much about this video is him, that little dog.
Yeah.
A lot of people think he was a remote control. He wasn't. He's attracted to pink. So the minute I sat on the bed and I had on this pink, he started wagging his tail. He's coming. I swear to you, I would pick him up, and his eyes go green when he likes you, and when he's upset, they turn red. And he does all these tricks. He can walk up the steps, and he's not controlled at all. Remote control. Yeah, it was really awesome.
That's how kids should be.
It was so much fun with him.
We're going to take your questions. We have a bunch of email questions. This one, if you could put up on the screen for everybody, this one came from Dana, and it was a question for Janet. It'll pop up here. Hey, Janet, I was wondering, how does it make you feel when people say that you are a great voice in music history, like Jessica Simpson and Britney Spears both said they wanted to be like you? How does that make you feel?
That is flattering, and I love what I do, and for someone to enjoy what you do, and I wound up I met Britney just a few days ago.
Just a couple days ago. How did that go?
I saw her show, and one of my best friends is dancing with her, Gil, and she said that I inspired her a great deal, and that's so flattering for me. Yeah.
She actually covered Black Cat, I believe, in one of her concerts as well. I know she's a big fan.
I heard about that, yes.
We have to take a quick break, if you don't mind. We're going to obviously have more with Janet here. We'll check in with KK Holiday out at SoCal Central. The rest of the top 10, of course, and we'll leave you with a few of the videos as we continue through the life of Janet, music video-wise, from the '93 album Janet. And we'll be right back on more TRL.
Unpleasant I'm sure there's.
Oh, come on, Charlene. You're just being super sensitive. Why do I have to ask you?
Because a girl likes to be asked. You take me for granted, Willis. You expect me to be available anytime you want to see me.
Well, of course. You're my girl.
Well, I don't like being taken for granted. When we do something, I want to be asked.
Okay.
Yeah, setting them straight even then. Janet Jackson, our guest today on Total Request Live in New York. Carson Daly, alongside Janet, talking about The Nutty Professor 2, the soundtrack and the movie. The soundtrack is out tomorrow. The soundtrack is ill. I'm telling you, you guys, soundtracks have taken a bit of a dip too recently. This one, I think, might bring them all back to the top of the charts, because this thing is quite the collaborative effort.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And the movie is out on the 28th. That's about 2 weeks from this Friday as well.
Yes.
What goes through your mind when you see something like back from, what is that, 81 or 82 you were?
Oh, so I must have been about 4 14, 15, I don't know, something. It's embarrassing.
It is
Okay, yeah. I get embarrassed, but they were great times, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure. Let's turn on the camera outside there, so we got to get to a lot of questions here. Angela's out there. Angela, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Cars. How
Hi.
you doing, Carson?
I'm doing very good. We're here with Janet. Say hello.
Hi, Janet.
Hi. I love you, too.
What's your question, Angela?
My question is, what's your favorite CD that you've purchased within the year?
My favorite CD that I've purchased within the year would be Basement Jacks.
Basement Jacks.
Yes, it's they used to be DJs. They're out of London.
Sure.
And I listen to that like crazy. It's house music, and they'll have a different female artist sing each song. It's a really hot CD.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, can I invite her up?
Sure. Absolutely. Angela? Or Janet Jackson
Look at
just
her
invited you up
t-shirt.
to come and hang out. Can you make it up here all right, Angela? We'll send someone down.
Absolutely, definitely.
All right, cool. If you have a friend or something, you can bring them too. We don't want you to...
Yeah.
Maybe I just took that a little too far right there. Janet can bring up one person. Carson, don't you get involved in that. We got to get to number 4, and I would love to talk to Basement Jacks. That's great. I'm sure maybe when you hear DJs and beats and produce stuff, does that tend to inspire the type of stuff you might want to do when you get back on the studio?
Definitely. I mean, it's very inspiring, and it makes me want to try different things.
Yeah.
It's very inspirational.
All right, cool. We got to get to number 4. This is Last Resort from our friends in Papa Roach on TRL with Janet Jackson. Papa Roach at number 4 with Last Resort. Tell them, Janet.
Tell them what?
Tell them what you just told me.
Oh, about Papa Roach?
Yeah.
I love them. You know, I actually first saw them on some little funky cable show.
Right.
A little while back, actually, and they said their album was getting ready to come out, and they were excited. And I said, okay, I gotta get this album. And then I saw the video on MTV, and I love the single.
They are going to be so
funky.
thrilled that you
Very
actually said
funky.
that. A Papa Roach fan in Janet Jackson. Let's talk about the movie, Nutty Professor 2. I mentioned the soundtrack's out tomorrow, just so nobody's confused here. The movie's out on the 28th. Of course, Poetic Justice was just about 7 years ago.
Yeah, 7 or 8 years ago.
I'm sure you get scripts constantly. What was it about this particular project that you read and was like, you know what, I'm going back after 7 years to the big screen?
Well, I wanted to do something completely different, and a lot of the scripts I got in, or the character was like Justice, or it was in that direction.
Right.
And it wasn't until there was a scheduling conflict with some scripts that I absolutely wanted to do. I was either on tour, in the middle of the tour, beginning, and when I got Nutty, or when they approached me, I should say, who wouldn't want to work with Eddie and be in Nutty too?
Sure.
I love the first one so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be kind of crazy not to, I think.
And she plays Denise Gaines, and it's got to be, I guess, difficult to take on the role of being the love interest of a 400-pound man.
Why?
No, not because he's 400 pounds.
Wait, that's what you just said.
I know, but I'm saying what Eddie had to go through. Tell us you were there on the set
well, that.
to put the stuff on.
It was crazy for Eddie. I mean, all depending upon the character, he had to 4 or 5 hours in makeup.
Yeah.
And we had this huge, we called it the worm. It's like this huge tunnel where air would, really big, air would blow through the tunnel, and the set was about 40 degrees, so it was freezing on the set.
To keep Eddie cool, because he's in all the stuff.
Because he would sweat and all that makeup, and
Right.
then the makeup itches after a while, and he can't scratch. He can't get to his skin because all
Sure.
these prosthetics. And
So
it
how do they
was-
scratch? They stick something down there?
No, he just has to grin
live
and
with the
bear
itch,
it.
yeah.
So I mean, he's just awesome.
Yeah.
He's a comedic genius. So talented.
Let's go ahead and show you guys a clip of Janet in Nutty Professor 2, due out in theaters on the 28th of July. Watch this. There you go. It's funny. Janet Jackson, Eddie Murphy, Nutty Professor 2, again out on the 28th. Let's go ahead and check out the totals here for the number 3 video today from your emails and phone calls. 13% of your phone calls. I read these totals to you with the echoing sounds of Janet from Times Square. 11% of the emails. The Backstreet Boys. Are you a fan? Backstreet Boys?
Yeah, definitely. Howie's a friend of mine. So
Yeah. Nice guys. And they're at number 3 today. Here's the one from BSB on TRL. All right, Backstreet Boys are number 3 with the 1. And even we just brought these two from downstairs. I just want to finish this up because when I started the show, they were just like crying in the front row, and I let them come up here and hang out.
Oh, how cute. I didn't notice. What is written on your arm? What is... I love you? How sweet. I love you too.
Yeah, so
Very
this-
sweet. I
And
love
this one
you
broke
too.
her hand and wanted to come
Oh.
and hang out, or...
Of course you can have a hug.
Oh, that's nice. There you go. That's quite the bargain from being out in Times Square less than an hour ago. Nice, you didn't overstay your welcome too. That was very nice, and you got a great seat. We have a question coming from, we have a beach house out in California called SoCal Central. Someone out there does have a question for you, so let's watch this.
What's up, Janet? This is Michelle from San Diego. I know you toured with NSYNC in 1998, and I was just wondering if you knew then that they'd be as big as they are now.
Actually, no. I mean, you never really know. I first saw the guys. I was in my hotel room. We were on tour in Portland, and I was watching the Disney Channel, and I saw these guys, and I was enjoying what they were doing. And the next thing I know, they were opening for me. Their name came up actually. I said, okay, and I listened to their music, and I enjoyed it. I really like NSYNC.
Yeah, I think that they've blown up in such a short amount of time. It's
huge,
nuts.
huge. And
breaking records, selling.
Joey keeps calling me because I haven't seen their show yet.
Right.
And I promise I'm coming to see
Who
the show.
doesn't Joey keep calling? That guy.
I know, right? He's such a flirt.
Unbelievable. He's earned his nickname. You know what we're gonna have to do here is take a quick break, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
And I'm dying to ask you. Maybe we should just ask it right now. Will there be another Janet World Tour? I think that's what everybody really wants to know.
At first, I really wasn't going to, and before I finished the last tour, a few of the dancers talked me into it, so yes, there will be.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first. I threw with the old, I'm going to break. Now let me hit you with the hard question, and there will be another Janet World Tour. We'll take a quick break. More with Janet Jackson, the rest of your top 10. We're live in New York. You're watching MTV's TRL right after this. Total Request live on MTV. Our guest, Janet Jackson. You were watching some of the work from the '97 Velvet Rope record. She mentioned moments ago that she's going to be hitting the road, which is good. We'll get more on that in just a little bit. Something cool. We've had a lot of huge stars here, and Janet actually, requested to sit with her fans, which I think is very admirable. She's just hanging out right there. We don't see enough of that. So we sort of during the commercial break repositioned everybody. It was a bit nuts, and so here she is. So we've got Al and Bashira, is it? Bashira. What I thought, Bashira? Excuse me.
Bashira.
What I thought would be fun if you two, we'll start with you, Al, was just look at Janet and just tell her your favorite Janet music video or song and why.
Hi, Janet. How you doing? It's nice to meet you finally, close up. I've been admiring you for years. I wanted to find out, Love Will Never Do Without You is my all-time favorite video because of Herbert's directed it, and you look very incredible in that video.
Thank you.
Very good.
Very
the black
much.
and white was incredible. The whole look, the whole entourage of the video was incredible. It's beautiful. That's my all-time favorite video.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Bashira, what about you? Favorite video?
My favorite video was That's the Way Love Goes, because the video, it was mad relaxed. It went along with the song perfectly well, and all the dancers were in it. It was cool.
Thank you very much.
And Janet, do you have a particular one that when you comes up you go, wow?
No, I have a few.
Yeah?
I mean,
what
I
are
love
a couple that you like?
Pleasure Principle. Rhythm Nation, I love Rhythm Nation. I love That's the Way Love Goes. I'm crazy about If.
Yeah, I was about to say it was one of my favorites.
I love Scream.
Yeah.
I thought Scream was a wonderful video. Very well done.
Breakthrough video too.
And I mean, I love the new one as well. Joseph did such an incredible job.
Yeah.
He really did.
Cool. And Joseph
love
Kahn,
that
of
too,
course,
the
who's directed
choreography.
a lot of TR videos. Any plans to work with Michael again? We were talking about Scream.
There are no plans really.
No plans?
Yeah, I kind of like to leave it as it is
Yeah.
really. Yeah, it was special for me, and I don't want to touch that.
What a great video as well. We got to get to the number 2 video, which we're going to go out to SoCal Central down in San Diego. KK Holiday is standing by with a few NSYNC fans. KK? 98. NSYNC doing quite well on their own at number 2. And Angela asked a question from Times Square. Come on up here real fast, because everybody's had a chance to meet Janet. She's been so cool to her fans to let you guys come up and say hi. And I know you were quite shooken up, so
Of course you can.
just wanted to give you a chance to say hello. you feeling, Angela? You all right? Maybe we need to play in sync again. Angela, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What I'll mention is the soundtrack to the movie Nutty Professor 2 is out tomorrow, and it's rad. So pick that up. And the movie is out on the 28th. And Janet, thank you so much for being here. No, that's all right.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. Please come back if you can.
I'd love to.
Cool. Please do that. All right, Angela, hang out. Janet Jackson, everybody. Be sure and check out the movie a couple weeks from this Friday. We'll take a quick break and we get back. The #1 video in the country on MTV's TRL.